Welcome back to the channel. If you've just bought a brand new car, or maybe you've rebuilt an engine, you might have heard the term engine break-in. But what does that even mean? And does it matter if you're driving a manual transmission? Spoiler alert, yes, it does. In today's video, we're diving deep into the world of engine break-ins for manual cars, what it is, why it's crucial, and how to do it the right way to keep your engine happy for years to come. So whether you're behind the wheel of a factory fresh ride or just swapped a new engine into your project car, buckle up, because this one's for you. Before we dive in, drop a comment below. Have you ever broken in an engine before? Did you do it the old school way or follow the factory manual to the letter? We want to know, what is engine break-in? Let's start with the basics. Engine break-in is the process of gradually conditioning a brand new engine's internal components to work together smoothly and efficiently. Think of it like wearing in a new pair of shoes or breaking in a baseball glove. You don't just go full throttle out of the gate, or at least, you shouldn't. When an engine is first assembled, whether by the factory or during a rebuild, all its moving parts, like pistons, rings, bearings, and valves, need time to seat properly. These parts are manufactured with precise tolerances, but they're still not perfectly mated to one another. During break-in, microscopic imperfections are slowly worn away, allowing components to form a tight seal, especially between the piston rings and the cylinder walls. That seal is what helps maintain compression, reduces oil consumption, and prevents premature wear. Skipping this step or doing it wrong. That's asking for excessive blow-by, poor performance, higher oil consumption, or even engine damage in extreme cases. Why manual transmission matters. Now you might be wondering, what's so special about a manual transmission car when it comes to engine break-in? Well, with a manual, you have a lot more control over engine behavior during the early stages of its life. Unlike automatics that handle shifts for you, a manual transmission lets you choose your gears and engine speed. That means you can better manage RPMs, load, and deceleration, all of which are critical during the break-in phase. In a manual, you can downshift an engine brake more precisely. You can also control how much throttle you give and when you apply load to the engine. That makes a huge difference in ensuring the piston rings seat properly and that components wear in evenly. Another benefit, you're less likely to over-rev or lug the engine, if you're paying attention, of course. So yeah, manual cars give you more responsibility but also more opportunity to do it right. Factory recommendations versus old school. Let's talk philosophy for a minute. There are two major schools of thought when it comes to braking in a new engine. 1. Factory method, conservative. 2. Motoman method, aggressive. Factory method. This is what you'll find in your owner's manual. Most manufacturers recommend keeping RPMs below a certain threshold, typically around 4,000, for the first 500 to 1,000 miles. They also advise against full throttle acceleration, high-speed cruising, or towing heavy loads. Basically, take it easy. Motoman method. This is the aggressive approach, made popular by motorcycle tuner, Motoman. He believes in loading the engine hard early on to seat the rings quickly. This involves full throttle pulls and rapid deceleration within the first 20 miles or so. The factory method is safer and more gradual. The Motoman method can be effective but risky, especially if you don't know what you're doing or if your engine isn't ready for that kind of stress. For a manual car, a balanced approach is usually best. Preparing for the break-in. Before you even start the engine, there are a few things you'll want to check. Oil type. Use conventional oil for break-in unless your manufacturer says otherwise. Synthetic is too slippery and might prevent proper ring seating. Coolant and fuel levels. Make sure everything is topped off and there are no leaks. Scan for codes. If you've rebuilt the engine, plug in an OBD scanner to make sure everything's reading correctly. No idling. Once you start the engine, don't just let it sit and idle for 30 minutes. You want to start driving relatively quickly and vary the RPMs. The actual break-in process. Alright, now let's break down the process step by step. We're assuming you're driving a manual and either have a new car or a rebuilt engine. Step 1. First 20 miles, gentle but varied driving. Drive the car as soon as it warms up. Keep RPMs between 2,000 and 4,000. Don't use cruise control. Vary your speed and RPM constantly. Light throttle with occasional moderate acceleration. Step 220-200 miles, begin light load cycles. Start using engine braking, downshift instead of just using your brakes. Accelerate to mid RPM range up to 4,500 with 50-70% throttle, then decelerate in gear. Repeat these cycles frequently. This helps seat the piston rings. Step 3. 200 to 500 miles, increase load, but no redlining. You can now go a bit harder. Use all gears and get the RPMs up to 5,000 or so. Still avoid full throttle or redline shifts. Continue to vary RPM and speed. Step 4. 500-1,000 miles, start to push it a little. Brief bursts of full throttle are now okay. Downshifting and engine braking should feel smoother. You can explore the upper RPM range but keep it short and controlled. Step 5. After 1,000 miles, you're free, mostly. At this point, you can start driving normally. Don't immediately go to a track day or tow a boat up a mountain. Do an oil change now to remove metal particles from break-in wear. Break-in don'ts. Let's run through some common mistakes people make during break-in. Cruise control, bad idea. It holds the RPM constant, which is exactly what you don't want. Revving in neutral or parked, no load equals no good ring sealing. Idling for long periods can glaze the cylinder walls. Over-revving or lugging the engine, both put abnormal stress on new components. Using synthetic oil too early, unless the manufacturer specifies it, wait until after the break-in period. Importance of first oil change. Don't skip that first oil change. The initial 500-1,000 miles of break-in creates tiny metal shavings. That's normal, but you don't want them circulating around forever. Recommended. First oil change. 500-1,000 miles. Use a high-quality filter. Inspect the old oil and filter for debris. After that, switch to synthetic if desired and stick to your maintenance intervals. Signs your break-in was successful. So how do you know if you did it right? Look for these signs. Strong, smooth acceleration, stable oil consumption, not burning oil, no knocking, pinging, or hesitation, good fuel economy, no excessive blow-by or smoke from the exhaust. If everything feels tight, smooth, and consistent, you nailed it. Bonus tips for manual drivers. Manual transmission drivers, here are a few pro tips. Use your gears smartly. Don't coast in neutral. Engine braking helps with ring seating. Avoid lugging the engine. Don't drive in high gear at low RPM, keep it in the sweet spot. Practice smooth shifts. Jerky transitions during break-in can affect more than just your clutch. Recap and final thoughts. Let's recap real quick. Engine break-in is essential for longevity and performance. Manual cars give you more control over RPM and load, use that to your advantage. Stick to a structured break-in plan with progressive loading. Do that first oil change and monitor your engine's behavior. After 1,000 miles, enjoy, but always drive with mechanical sympathy. Alright, that's a wrap on engine break-in for manual cars. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a video. Do questions or personal break-in experiences? Drop them in the comments, we read every single one. Until next time, keep the revs in check, drive smart, and take care of your engine.